On OS House News at 7. Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue concludes in Akure with calls for unity and progress. Ondo, Ekiti move to settle boundary disputes amicably. Tinubu urges innovation, patriotism at decoration of new service chiefs. And from the foreign scene, Tanzania imposes curfew as post-election protests escalate. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Oduayo Soya. The two-day government-citizen engagement with Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue has ended in Akure, the Ondo State capital. The event assesses the progress reports and challenges of development and governance facing the Southwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, stressed the need for more synergy among Southwest governors to promote growth and development across the zone. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details.
The final day of the Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue aimed to evaluate progress and address challenges related to development and governance in the Southwest geopolitical zone of the country. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, took participants down memory lane, recalling efforts by former Yoruba leaders to realize their vision for leading the country before the emergence of President Bola Tinubu. He underscored the urgent need for unity among the Yoruba people to foster economic prosperity in the region. Alake acknowledged the importance of enhanced collaboration among Southwest governors to drive growth and development through the Dawn Commission. He also emphasized the significance of sustaining and improving initiatives that promote Yoruba culture and language. Additionally, the minister shared progress updates related to his ministry's role in advancing the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu.
We have introduced certain revolutionary policy initiatives into the mining sector that this country had never seen before. Insecurity, for instance, was a major headache. In collaboration with my brother, the Minister of Interior, Olubomi Ojo, I drew over 2,000 strong men from the Nigeria Civil Defense Corps to establish first of its kind in the history of mining in Nigeria, the mining marshals. This is a security architecture specifically designed to combat illegal operations in the mining sector.
The Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue also featured prominent voices, including Osun State Deputy Governor Kola Adewusi, former Chief of Defense Staff Abayomi Olonishakin, and Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly Adeoye Aribasoye, reinforced the collective commitment needed to drive sustainable development and effective governance in the region.
With political interference in governance, there can never be unity that we are pitching here today. And that is why I'm appealing that we should not allow political divide or political affiliation to affect the unity of the Southwest.
A Southwest Legislative Summit, the objective of this summit would be to, one, align regional policy priorities that promote socio-economic development, establish a regional legislative agenda with shared milestones and accountability.
I envision a Southwest that is a beacon of opportunities, inclusivity, and progress. Let us deepen our investment in human capital, technology, and sustainable development. We must remain open to constructive dialogue.
The event also featured interactive sessions where panelists fielded questions from participants. The attendees were also entertained by a prominent Yoruba artist, Ara. It is hoped that takeaways from the two-day dialogue will go a long way in achieving the desired results of promoting the growth and development of the southwest geopolitical zone of the country. From the International Culture and Events Center, the Dome in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, a major regional initiative is taking shape in Nigeria's southwest. The plan aims to link the economies of Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti states into a single powerful growth zone. Respondents say this combined effort to foster sustainable growth, increase competitiveness, and improve the standard of living for citizens throughout the area. Omori Olangbeji reports on how stakeholders are envisioning this transformation.
From Lagos' commercial dynamism to Ogun's industrial base, Oyo's educational strength, and Ondo's agricultural wealth, the Southwest Regional Integration seeks to turn the region into a seamless corridor of productivity and prosperity. Citizens believe the regional integration initiative will strengthen trade within the area, encourage the development and sharing infrastructure, and attract coordinated investments to foster economic growth. Professor Olu Aderounmu is an erudite scholar, and he says coordinated efforts in these areas will enhance sustainable development across the region.
Coming together, having a kind of socio-economic integration that we had in the West, having a railway station that will cut across the major capitals of the 6 southwestern states. And there was a time the telephone system was introduced to cover the entire western region, but all those things will be reinvigorated, resuscitated.
In his contribution, the Adini of Ondo State designate Jamiu Ekungba urged the 6 states in the region to fully leverage on the resources available within the zone in order to chart a clear and effective way forward for sustainable development and progress.
Where are we? Are we capable of going forward? If we must go forward, what are the resources we need? We would need to do a new strategy, sharpen the previous one, merge them together, and perfect a way to mobilize it in such a way that it will not fail.
An economic expert, Bayo Rojuboko, notes that pooling resources and coordinating efforts will maximize the region's economic potential and drive inclusive growth.
Each of the states seems to have been established for different reasons. For instance, Ondo State is blessed with oil, and that is the sea, the blue economy, the sea, the oil resources, and also other mineral resources. Lagos State is blessed with commerce. Oyo State is blessed with gold and other natural resources. Even Ekiti is blessed with unprecedented resources. So that is a conglomeration of blessings of God. All we need to do is to enlighten the people, to show cooperation towards what the Commission is doing.
A national representative, Abiola Makinde, underscored the importance of unity and strategic cooperation among the region's leaders for a brighter future.
One of the governors talked about the coastal road. Of course, with that coastal road, it will help in agriculture, connecting farmers together, and of course, connecting farmers from the rural to urban, so that way they will be able to export some of their products. So economically, it's very good. Of course, we talk about the power sector as well.
Former Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly, Asimiu Alarakpi, said unity is essential to drive the region's continuous progress.
Whatever we are doing, we are still going to corroborate what others are doing. Like whatever is happening in Oyo State, we will be copying ourselves in terms of development. That is what we want to achieve in this one, so that no state will go in isolation. All of us, in unity and togetherness, will bring development to Southeast.
Through coordinated strategies and shared resources, the economic corridor seeks to position the Southwest as a leading powerhouse within Nigeria. Omoriola Hungbeji, Osrc News.
We'll take a break at this point. The news at 7 continues. Don't go away.
Hi, baby girl. Hello. I know. I've missed you.
Why text when you can talk? With Glow Talk Master 646, you get all the time you need to catch up with friends and loved ones. Free with Glow Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. Plus 50 MB data. Simply dial *606#. New Glow subscribers also enjoy an extra 2,000 Naira data and airtime welcome bonus. That's right. Every time you make up to 6 minutes of calls in a day, you get 6 free minutes plus 50 MB data. Simply dial *606# now to enjoy Glow Talk Master. That's right. 50 MB free data to connect and share as you please.
Breakfast right, then you need all the nutrients that will hold you tight. Then stay in power, you find it all in peak. Then every move you make, Peak's got you all the way. Yeah. And the peak goes on.
Power on every morning with our Peak breakfast to make the most of every day. Peak, reach for your peak.
You're welcome back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Ondo State Government has reaffirmed its commitment to peacefully resolving boundary disputes with neighboring states through dialogue and mutual understanding. Deputy Governor Olayide Adelami made this pledge during a technical meeting of experts on boundary dispute resolution between Ondo and Ekiti states held in Akure. Government House correspondent Zemo Epiemi reports that the meeting convened senior government officials, surveyors, and community leaders from both states.
The Deputy Chief of Staff to the Governor, Adekola Faloun, who represented the Ondo State Deputy Governor, reiterated the state government's commitment to peace and fairness in resolving boundary issues. He said the present administration prioritizes interstate harmony, stressing that lasting solutions to communal boundary disputes can only be achieved through dialogue and genuine intentions.
Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the state, Mrs. Molisade Afuye, paid a one-day work visit to Ondo State. However, the visit was highly productive and reflected the collective resolve of our two states to find amicable and lasting solutions to the boundary challenges affecting our people. During the meeting, both Deputy Governors directed the respective technical team to intensify collaboration and develop concrete recommendations that will permanently resolve this dispute.
Faloun clapped the National Boundary Commission for its role in facilitating the process and expressed confidence that the technical meeting would yield recommendations that benefit the communities affected in both states.
His Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State, Oremoloki Morimusaye, that we are therefore believe that this meeting will provide an opportunity to clarify issues and lay fair and chart a lasting path towards peaceful question and mutual benefit between Ondo and Ekiti State. I wish to commend the National Boundary Commission for its continuous guidance, support, and commitment toward a peaceful resolution of interboundary disputes across Nigeria. Your efforts remain invaluable to our collective quest for harmony and territorial clarity.
Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Deputy Governor of Ekiti State, Bayo Opeyemi, said Ekiti State is committed peaceful dialogue and cooperation to reach a mutually acceptable final resolution.
We should embed the spirit of give and take. Is very, very important. thank God for our senior citizens, experts in the field of survey. They are here to offer their technical advice as well as so forth. But that is not what will solve the problem. It is our disposition towards amicable resolution that will solve this problem.
In separate remarks, Kayode Adetunji of Emure-Ekiti and Olubunmi Dada of Afin Akoko each pledged to educate their communities on the importance of maintaining peace.
To assure you that it is noted for peace and we continue to maintain peace, and whatever we can solve today, we will abide by it.
We from Akoko, Ondo State, we are for peace. As I'm talking to you, I must say that our hunters are in the forest together with hunters from Emure-Ekiti. We are not more talking about boundary now. They are doing a surveillance in the forest as I'm talking to you. I paid my hunters in my community yesterday to partake in that surveillance. Now what are we talking about? It's when we are in peace that we know that there is boundary.
The Surveyor Generals of both states, legal team members, permanent secretaries and community leaders were also present and applauded the ongoing cooperation focused on reaching a lasting settlement.
On the national scene, President Bola Tinubu has decorated the newly appointed service chiefs with their new ranks during a ceremony at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The new Chief of Defense Staff, Olufemi Oluyede, was promoted to General. Wahidi Shuaibu became a Lieutenant General as the new Chief of Army Staff. Rear Admiral Idi Abbas was decorated Vice Admiral as the Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Vice Marshal Kevin Aneke received the rank of Air Marshal as Chief of Air Staff. Emmanuel Undedeye, the Chief of Defense Intelligence, was also promoted to Lieutenant General during the ceremony. President Tinubu urged the service chiefs to perform their duties with patriotic zeal, stressing the urgency for peace in Nigeria. He encouraged innovation, courage, and collaboration among the chiefs, highlighting the importance of technology in effectively defeating security threats. General Oluyede, speaking on behalf of the service chiefs, pledged to combat terrorism and criminality to ensure Nigeria's safety and foster economic growth. The ceremony was attended by prominent government officials, including Vice President Kashim Shettima, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and other top government and security figures. The new service chiefs were appointed by President Tinubu in October 2025 and had been confirmed by the Senate following a closed-door screening session. And the Senate has confirmed Bernard Doro as a Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria after a brief screening session. Doro, the third ministerial nominee from Plateau State, outlined his vision to build an inclusive humanitarian ecosystem guided by impartiality and independence. He pledged to foster synergy among security agencies to effectively target individuals affected by crisis, emphasizing the role of technology in achieving this. Senators expressed satisfaction with his credentials and capacity to serve before confirming his appointment. Doro was appointed following the resignation of Nentawe Yilwatda, the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, who is now the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC. And we go another break. Please don't go away.
Oh, now the babe they look, we don't be me they look am. I don't be the close eyes they work now. What's they do you? Call her Albert. Talk to Kola, but she don't believe that she be my only babe.
Hello, BC. Ha, she don't cut follow.
Please leave now. Let's see now.
What's happen now?
Now so she they do. She go say make I no follow babe. Talk, make I no look babe. Impossible.
Bro, calm down now. Don't mind them. I go call you for phone. No be, bro.
Hello. Make I no lie you that babe says she fine. I even call her number. We even come out, but we don't do anything, we just dance.
Bros, what's with that?
Free on Glow Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. Plus 15 megabytes of data. Free. Dial star 606 hash. New customers also enjoy a welcome bonus. Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back. The federal government has announced the release of 2.3 billion naira to clear salary and promotion arrears owed to lecturers across Nigerian universities. The Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, disclosed the release of the funds while giving updates on ongoing engagements with ASU and other tertiary institution unions. Alausa said the disbursement reflects President Bola Tinubu's commitment to resolving long-standing welfare issues in the sector in a transparent and sustainable manner. He added that the federal government, through the Ministry of Finance and the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, is finalizing the release of third-party non-statutory deductions and pension remittances, which are expected to be completed in the coming days. Alausa also announced that the government has approved the full mainstreaming of the earned academic allowance into university staff salaries from 2026 to ensure predictable and timely payments going forward. And President Bola Tinubu has approved the introduction of a 15% and valorem import duty on petrol and diesel imports into Nigeria. The initiative is aimed at protecting local refineries and stabilizing the downstream market. President Tinubu directed immediate implementation of the tariff as part of what's described as a market-responsive import tariff framework. The President's approval follows a proposal by the FIRS, which sought the application of a 15% duty on the cost, insurance, and freight value of imported petrol and diesel to align import costs with domestic market realities. The FIRS explained that the measure was part of ongoing reforms to boost local refining, ensure price stability, and strengthen the Naira-based oil economy in line with the administration's renewed hope agenda for energy security and fiscal sustainability. In other news, the House of Representatives has passed for a second reading a bill to amend the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, aimed at strengthening Nigeria's anti-corruption framework and improving asset recovery mechanisms. The bill, sponsored by Yusuf Gagdi, representing Kanke, Pankshin, Kanam Federal Constituency of Plateau State, seeks to modernize the nation's anti-graft laws to address the increasingly sophisticated methods of financial crimes. He explained that the proposed amendment introduces a civil recovery mechanism to enable the government to reclaim assets linked to unexplained wealth without requiring a criminal conviction. Following deliberations, lawmakers unanimously approved the bill for second reading after a voice vote conducted by the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. The bill was thereafter referred to the relevant House Committee for further legislative action and a public hearing before proceeding to its third and final reading. The Civil Defense Correctional Fire and Immigration Services Board, CDCFIB, has announced the release of shortlisted applicants who participated in its recruitment exercise. In a statement, the Secretary to the Board, retired Major General Jibril, said candidates can begin checking their application status on the official portal starting from Thursday, October 30, 2025. He explained that the portal will also provide details of each shortlisted candidate's computer-based test CBT, including the date, time, and venue. Jibril advised all applicants to adhere strictly to the information provided on the official website and to disregard any unofficial messages or third-party platforms claiming to represent the board. He warned against falling prey to fraudsters, adding that the recruitment process remains transparent and merit-based. And in Bayelsa, the Deputy Governor, Lawrence Erujakpo, has filed a lawsuit against the State House of Assembly, the Speaker, the Inspector General of Police, and others over an alleged impeachment plot against him. The suit filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja claims members of the House of Assembly are being pressured to impeach Erujakpo for not resigning from the People's Democratic Party like the state's governor, Doyediri. The suit seeks interim court orders to restrain the defendants from impeaching Erujakpo or initiating impeachment proceedings based on his refusal to defect to the All Progressives Congress before his tenure ends. Further, the Deputy Governor wants the court to prevent any recognition of an APC member as his replacement and to maintain his security protection. Following an ex parte motion moved by the Erujakpo's counsel, Justice Emeka Nwete has directed the defendant to appear in court to show cause why the interim orders should not be granted. The case has been adjourned to November 13 for the hearing. And to the foreign scene, Tanzanian authorities have imposed a dusk-to-dawn curfew in Dar es Salaam and urged residents to remain indoors after mass demonstrations broke out across the country over Wednesday's general elections. Protesters ransacked and set fire to polling stations in several towns and cities as unrest spread. Adirunke Kolawole completes the story.
This crowd of protesters singing Tanzania's national anthem did not want to vote in Wednesday's general elections. Presidential candidates from the two biggest opposition parties were barred from running. Demonstrators in Dar es Salaam, the largest city, and several other towns and cities did not accept it. They ransacked several polling stations and set some on fire.
We have finally made it and we're ready to march forward. The president should get out of the way. We have been silent for so long. What have we been doing?
This person narrates as protesters advanced towards the police. Videos showing injured protesters were shared on social media until mobile internet was switched off. It was Kama, where President Samia Suluhu Hassan voted in the capital, Dodoma. She took office 4 years ago when her predecessor, John Magufuli, died.
I've already voted and I plead with all citizens, please come out and exercise your right to vote and elect the leaders you want.
Opposition parties say previous elections were rigged and they have been calling for electoral reforms that did not happen. The leader of the main opposition party, Tunde Lusu, is jail on trial for treason, and most of the officials of the party, Shandema, are in hiding.
It is sort of a coronation. So Samia is trying to reinstate herself in the reins of power without being elected by the people.
Right groups say dozens of government critics have been tortured, disappeared, or killed in recent months. The government says it does not tolerate right abuses. Police struggle to contain the demonstrations. These protesters show more faith in the military, cheering the soldiers and jumping on their pickup. The armies deployed across the country. The government says it is committed to a democratic process. Polling day turned into a widespread expression of anger by people who do not believe that. Adirunke Kolawole, Osrc News.
Before we end the news tonight, another look at the major stories. As the two-day Southwest Stakeholders Dialogue ended in Akure, participants have emphasized the need for synergy among Southwest governors to drive growth and development across the zone. And Ondo State government, during a meeting of experts on boundary dispute resolution between Ondo and Ekiti, has pledged to continue resolving boundary disputes with neighboring states. And that's it on the news. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.